Hello, everyone. Welcome to another video from the creator of Metaphysical Store. So, I wanted to give kind of feedback on my own soap. As you guys know, I do test out my own soap. I always test it out not just to see how it reacts physically to my skin, but also the intentions I put into it. Okay. So, I've been working with the childhood trauma soap, which I decided to go with a sugary snickerdoodle oil to. I feel like a lot of the Christmas, the Thanksgiving, fall energy, I find that to be very helpful for triggering that childhood, whether it was good or bad, and I kind of feel like with this soap, it's not kind of feel like I know it's working. Part of it I feel is due to the fact that when I look at the soap, I know that this is the childhood trauma soap. And so this is what I am looking to, what I'm healing, what I'm, healing from, right? Which to me, that tells, I feel like that me, eyes, the smell, rubbing it, touching it, that's like three, right? Sight, smell, and touch out of the five senses. Um, yeah, here, sight, touch, and smelling it. And those three senses, just those three senses alone, I think is what gets my mind, okay, we're working on healing childhood trauma. We're working on, healing childhood trauma. And I've noticed my dreams have been a lot about that childhood traumas, traumas that have happened in the past, right? And so it's very beautiful. And I do feel it's working. It's my dreams. It's been a lot more focused on healing and making me face my childhood traumas. Now, that isn't to say you need to keep fixing and fixing and fixing your childhood trauma. I feel that this soap, what I set the intention is that after it's gone, after it's been used and there's no more soap to use, I set the intention that after it's gone, that there's no more childhood trauma that needs to be fixed at this time. And this soap has been lasting it's been about 2 months now. And it's been lasting, and it's still got a ways to go, which I think is very beautiful. Um, I just find it interesting. My soaps last anywhere between a month to a month and a half, and this one's last about 2 months. So this one's going on month number three, and I'm just really interested about this. Like, how has it lasted this long? you know, I have yet to work with all of my soaps. That's my alarm. Sorry, guys. I have yet to work with the other soaps that I have made. I have been really focused on healing in general, and part of the reason why I created the Asclepius soap, which is the soap for healing, is partly due to the fact that this particular soap is more specialized in healing childhood trauma. With the Asclepius soap, that's going to be for all types of healing and trauma. So, but if you want to just specifically work with childhood trauma, go ahead. This is the soap for you. Whereas I kind of felt like I needed a a healing trauma soap. And I'm actually going to be working with Asclepius on the recipe. In fact, I will share the recipe for the Asclepius soap. But the thing about it is, though, I don't know if people realize it's not just my energy that I'm putting in these soaps. I am calling these entities. And that's what makes it different, is because I'm calling on the archetype, if you will, the primal energy of that represents, in this case, healing, right? Asclepius is the Greek god of healing. His father is the Apollo, god of music, god of healing, god of um, the the arts, in the sense of like poetry, music, premonitions, light, prophecy. And so Asclepius, to me, this is what I've gotten from Asclepius is eucalyptus oil and bay leaves, and I'm supposed to use patchouli resin, and I been really called to bring in the elderberries into this. So I'm curious to like see how and sweetgrass. Sorry, my bad. I know I forgot to add something. Sweetgrass, elderberries, and sweetgrass. I mean, I could substitute it for lemongrass. Like, okay, so I will say that you can, if you are allergic to certain herbs and spices, say like for example, I give you, basically you buy the soap, it comes with a handwritten note with what each herb is used for individually, and then a symbol for the Asclepius, the god of Asclepius, and um, a little backstory, and then on the back, I also explained that if you're allergic to any of these ingredients, let me know, and you just ship it back to me, and I will send you out a new one. Like one that does not match, that does not have what you're allergic to. So basically, with the specialty soap, you're getting the specialty soap, the recipes. But if you're like allergic to something, I don't want you to use it. So, I give you the opportunity, like in the letter, because this kind of looks like to me, how I imagine it, it's like a three-folded kind of letter. Like basically, you fold it like this and like this, so to speak. And there might be like a fancy, eventually what I want to do is get like a fancy wax seal. Like I want to make my own kind of seal and kind of stamp. It looks so cute, so witchy. But basically when you open it up, you see your letter basically written out side to side. So you open the letter, and it's you read the letter. I kind of always kind of love that about in the Eastern cultures. I want to say Japanese, Chinese, Asian. They had, they would open it and you'd see the little kanji symbols. And I want to learn kanji. I want to definitely learn how to that language, because I feel I just feel a connection. There's like a deep profoundness to it, because kanji means multiple things, and then by rearranging them, they mean totally different things now, and it's so beautiful. The language is beautiful. Um, yeah, so basically it comes with a letter basically talking about like, oh, this is what the soap is for. It's for general healing. And I might go on to say, this is what's in the list. Here's the list of herbs and what they're used for individually. And because you may want to learn about herbology, and this would be a great thing to do if you buy my products. You will learn by buying my different soaps, because my soaps have different ingredients in it. Excuse me, ingredients. By learning, you could learn different ingredients, and with each, of course, with every soap, you will have a tumbled stone in the soaps that you buy. So you're getting like a free crystal with every soap and free information about herbology. That's like a 2-in-1 bonus. Buy one, get two free. You know, and knowledge is precious. Knowledge is precious. Um, so for the Asclepius soap, he hasn't really gotten back to me on like the crystal. Um, but when he does, I'll make a video talking about that specific soap. For example, though, like Persephone, for example, um, she's gonna have a garnet in her soap. It's gonna be a nice tumbled stone garnet. And for like Athena, what I decided to go with Jade because she's all about that wisdom and that battle strategy. And for Hestia, I was thinking like Jasper, like mahogany Jasper or Jasper, anything in the Jasper family. Thank you, Kenneth Grinley. Um, Now for like the for not the Asclepius, for the Morpheus, I prefer to go for Oranos, which is his one of the older names of him, but people more know him as Morpheus, the god of dreams. Um, he governs like the gates of ivory and the gates of there was another gate that he's supposed the gates of ivory and the gates of trumpets, right? And um I think the gates of trumpets is the one that's supposed to be all about like the prophecies and messages from the gods. I had to double check my research, but basically, for like the Morpheus soap, for example, I know I was gonna say feedback on my soap. I should just change it to feedback on my soaps because I know we went from childhood trauma to talking about other soaps now, and come on, work with me here. My thing is super slow. Watch, I'm gonna start talking and it'll pop up on the screen. So the Morpheus soap, for example, I wanted to do more of like with this particular soap. See, what did it popped up as soon as I started talking about it. Hold on 1 minute, guys. So yeah, like as I was saying, for the Morpheus soap, I kind of wanted one that was more about a divination sort of dream, but also with the effect of having calm, good dreams, like no nightmares, right? Now, poppy seeds can be both used for divination. It can be used for nightmare dreams, and same with mandrake. But when I pair it with lavender and chamomile, the mandrake's mostly used for divination, but they say if you basically make a poppet out of the mandrake and place it under that person's bed that you're trying to attack, it's supposed to really distort their minds and cause like nightmares and stuff. It's really horrible, Bane. That's like horrible magic right there. Like, I would do it on my worst. Probably, I wouldn't probably do that on my worst enemy, but I mean, it's really like, oof. Poppy seeds, however, are used for like if you're talking about the darker side of energy, it could be used for nightmare spirits, but it's also used, I found, for like divination and stuff like that. Whilst wanting to counteract the negative properties of these two herbs, that's why I selected lavender petals and chamomile, and I'm thinking I might add in a little bit of mugwort to, because the lavender and the chamomile is all about calm, right? And seeing as these two other herbs, poppy seeds and mandrake, are used for both incurring nightmares, but also for divination, what I want to do is counteract the nightmare. So basically, this is more of a calm dream soap, right? But if you wanted it to be more of a divination soap, you can request that to add. I think I have it on the herb section. I'll add an herb section, and if I haven't added it already, I think I've already did, but I don't know if I put mugwort. I have to double check on my website, and if I have to make adjustments, I will. I'm actually making like adjustments to my website for the past few days, adding new products, new material. So, well, you know what I might do? As I might have a Morpheus soap and then call the other one by his original name, Ornos, and make more that one more as a divination soap. What do you guys think? Do you think I should make two different soaps? One called Morpheus for like good dreams, and the Orno soap, which is same Morpheus energy, but more for divination? I mean, what do you guys think? I totally would love your feedback on it. But I did get the crystals for the Morpheus soap, and amethyst and clear quartz was the like suggestion. And then he mentioned that I could use Androlite as well, but I have to double check on whether Androlite is weak to water, because if it's like not really good around water, like selenite, for example, or calcite, it's not really. I don't want to like add it to the soap, and then yeah. So um, now and it's gonna be the same thing for the other Morpheus soap, clear quartz and amethyst, and they're gonna be tumbled stones. They're not gonna be like um like the sharp, jagged ones that would just hurt really badly. So, earrings, for example, I've decided to go with crushed dragon's blood resin, nettle Hydron the Conqueror oil, and if I have spare Hydron the Conqueror root, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grate that into the soap, and then I was gonna grate grinded cloves and add a bit of ginger to it. And then if I can get my hands on some ginseng, there's going to be ginseng in it. And that's like my thing. I love ginseng. But I never knew it was associated with Aries, which now I know why um I love ginseng. So with this particular um Aries soap, this one's gonna obviously have Dragon's Bloodstone. Um, I think Dragon's Bloodstone is separate from Bloodstone, but if I you'll definitely get like a Bloodstone, but I think Dragon's Bloodstone is different from Bloodstone, or maybe they come from the same family. It's like really confusing, but the point is you're getting like a bloodstone, like not like a bloody stone, but there's a stone, a gem called bloodstone, which definitely will be added to that soap. Um, with now for this one's Demeter. So Demeter is like an agricultural goddess, right? And as much as I wanted to add barley and wheat, I just did not feel that. I could see that more as like if I grounded it a little bit more and made it kind of like smaller chunks and added that as an exfoliation. But I kind of want to with the Demeter. I can do a Demeter candle with that in mind. So I decided to go with poppy seeds because Morpheus gave Demeter poppy seeds for her grief, I believe. Um, so I decided to go with poppy seeds, and then she gave me peppermint oil and sage oil, and she said that she wanted me. She said she'll get back to me on the crystal. I just feel like it's like I'm not getting anything, so she's just still thinking about it. Now with the Dionysus soap, I actually have two different versions of Dionysus. We have Dionysus, the Greek version, and then Bacchus of for the Roman version of him, right? So for the Dionysus soap, which I'm really excited about, it has frankincense with grape oil. Okay, and it's gonna look so the way I saw it was like it's gonna turn purple. It's gonna look so good. Mm. And come to find out, Bacchus also is connected with Storax. Storax. I hope I'm saying it right. It's an incense, right? So what I decided to do was I was gonna use that. I need to check to see if it's good for your skin. So like trust me, I'm going to do my research. So if it is not good per se for the skin, we're just going to take that out and maybe add something like grapes, some like grape oil. I'm not something like not grape oil, but we're gonna definitely add something else. This one, I need to do research on this incense because I don't want to apply it to mine or your skin and it cause like violent reactions. So I always like to do my research and test out my soap on myself. Now, I do want to say that I did add apple cinnamon oil because apparently he's associated with apples too, which makes sense because you know what? I just got information from Bacchus, and he said, "Why don't you change out the Storax resin with strawberry seeds?" And that is such a good idea. It's like the seeds will act as an exfoliation, and he was bringing up the fact that you know people often associate them with strawberries too, and saying that that would be a good way to work with him, whilst also honoring Demeter too. And you know what's interesting is both of these herbs, strawberry seeds and apple cinnamon, strawberry seeds, and apples. Apples, to me are like wisdom, right? But the cinnamon and it's kind of really interesting is how the connection is because all three of these cinnamon, apples, and strawberry can be used in love magic, while cinnamon and strawberries can be used for money as well. So this is like a love money success soap in a sense, but it's for Bacchus. So basically Bacchus, I've always associated Dionysus and Bacchus with money as well, due to the fact that back then, wine was like a money maker, right? That was like one of the popular items. Same with like olive oil, things like that. So it was like a really popular. People made a lot of money. So I always associate this. So this could be used if you're trying to work with pentacle energy or the pentacle in the minor arcana of the tarot. And then for this one, I haven't really gotten anything from Bacchus yet, but I'll let you guys know, okay? Or you could just buy the soap and find out, because now for the Morgan soap, now this one's one of my favorites because she's actually been talking to me through birds and stuff, and I think I'm gonna start learning how to be like a druid, and oh, it's so exciting! It's so exciting. I'm just so excited because she's definitely showing me the signs, and so I'm like super excited. Um, so where was it? The Morgan soap, however, is mugwort, red rose petals, and I wanted to add storax, but let me quickly look up. Let me just see if it's poisonous to us, because I don't want to give us something that's like not poison, not. Hello? That was weird. Let me call this number back again. Hold on. Again. Okay, there we go. Um, I'm just gonna quickly text this person and tell her that they called me. I was like, hey, you just called me. You know what? Um, what was I doing? I was doing checking to see if it was poisonous, right? Is poisonous to humans? So to this non-wireless number, interesting, is an oily resin balsam of it's obtained to the tree trunks of the Liquidambar orientalis or Liquidambar styraciflua. It is used as medicine. Storax is obtained by scoring the bark of the tree. Damages cause the damage causes the wood and the inner bark to produce storax. The inner bark is boiled in water. Okay, that's all good and stuff. It says people take storax for cancer, coughs, cold, stomach pains, diarrhea, epilepsy, sore throats, bronchitis, parasitic infections. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, let me. Ooh, what? And it says that if it is sometimes applied directly to the skin to protect or treat the wounds or treat ulcers, skin infections, eczema, and scabies. And it is it's in a compound. It's storax is an ingredient in compound benzoin tincture, Benzoin. As an inhalant, it's placed as in a vaporizer used. What? I gotta get me some then. I gotta get me some. I can see all the different uses and wow. So it's good for the skin. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I just wanted to make sure. 'Cause sometimes this is according to like a medical site called WebMD. So, but I'm still gonna test it out on myself before giving it to you guys because I want to make sure it ain't like hurting you or anything like that. So, now back to what I was talking about with the Morgan soap. I want to add Storax, Mugwort, and Red Rose Petals. She gives me like this vibe of like she knows who she is and how powerful she is. She knows her worth, yet she loves to help. Though I feel like the red rose is to symbolize the lovingness of how, because she really is like a goddess that is, if you're willing to step into your power, to know thyself, to learn like to seek knowledge, she's all in, like all in. And I get that vibe from her. And the stone for this one that I am going to find eventually, my preference for this particular soap is if I can get a nice sized ruby and put like a nice sized ruby about this big and put it up in there. But I'm sure those big ass rubies be expensive. So for this one, it's gonna be a hematite. Um, the one that's called a hematoidite. It's like it's got hematite and quartz and it's supposed to be like reddish. I know what I'm talking about, right? Like I'm terrible with crystals. I know crystals, but I don't know like all the names to the crystals. Like I know crystal energy and stuff like that, but it's like, is it called hematoidite? It's the one that's basically got like hematoid and click quartz in it. Let me look that one up. Is hema No, I know there's a quick. Oh, what is that stone? I know what I'm thinking of. It's a stone. Okay, it's basically this red quartz thing that's supposed to have. It's supposed. I know what I'm talking. I gotta find the name, but I got the stone for it. Now, for this stone, it's basically I got three different stones, but you may not get all. You won't get like all three. So basically, for this one, it's the hematite, and then there's. I'm just gonna call it red quartz for now because it's basically a quartz crystal, but it has like something added to it that's made in nature that supposedly makes it red. Um, with garnet. So there's garnet, hematite, and red quartz. Those are the three stones, but you wouldn't get all three stones. You'd probably get one of one of them. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Now for Dagda, I decided to go with sage and elderberry with mugwort. And if I can get my hands on some St. John's wort, I will definitely add in some St. John's wort's oil. For this one, I kind of felt more so of peridot but I don't know how big Paradox can be. How big Paradox. So basically, I got really guided. It's I know what I'm thinking of, and I just can't think of the name right now. It's what am I thinking? I know what I'm thinking of. I just can't think of the name. Why are the names of crystals escaping me? It's that green stone that's like a pale looking green. It's like a nice green. What is that stone? Is it not chrysocolla? Oh, I'm so like I need to get a crystal book because I can't. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember all the crystals I have up in my brain. So I need to get crystal books. But it's and I'll what I'll do is I'll buy it and I'll show it to you because I know what the crystal I'm thinking of. I just cannot think of the name. And they sell it at It's About Rock. So now for the Bast soap, yes, I did create some Egyptian deities. Bast is catnip and Egyptian musk oil. And she's obviously gonna have some tiger's eye in it. Or cat's eye. There's there's cat's eye and there's tiger's eye, but they're two different stones. Now, for the Isis soap, this one I kind of felt was a lot of like when saw what Isis was showing me, I could see a blue Merkaba, but it's not just gonna activate your Merkaba. It's like the energy of Lady Nada, the Syrian energy comes through, and it's like this particular Isis soap. Think of it like the blue flame, the flame of transfiguration, the holy flame, right? But with the Merkaba, but also this energetic, like high vibration from Sirius. I want to say. I can't remember where Lady Nada comes from. It's like Lady's Nada energy, but it's not quite. It's like it's still Isis, but it's like this profound wisdom, this like whoa, this like almost like you definitely won't get enough of it. And blue lotus flowers and blue cornflowers and Egyptian musk is this Isis soap. And I actually love this because I remember in a past life I used blue cornflowers as a dye. So I'm really excited to try if I can remake that dye. And oops. Now I want to back up because I know I talked about a few different soaps. Hestia. Now this one I really, really, really love because this is one that she's my girl. She's my home girl. Hestia is thyme, rosemary, and sage. Sage oil and rose petals. But I basically what it'll look like, you'll smell the sage oil, and I might not add rose petals. I might just do rose oil because I'm gonna be adding the like from the leaves, the bits of thyme and the rosemary. And I'm gonna crunch it all up together, make it nice little fine, and mix it, and that's gonna be its own exfoliant. Now you can add an extra exfoliant if you want, um, and that's not a problem. Or you can say none at all. And so for this one, for example, I said mahogany jasper, but I don't know if that even exists. But I was getting like a mahogany vibe. But it's definitely gonna be a jasper stone. But I'm not. Is there such a thing as a mahogany jasper? I've read about it, but I don't know. Mahogany jasper, mahogany jasper, not Casper. I don't want no mahogany jasper energetic properties.
According to Reiki Divine Therapy, mahogany jasper is said to be an extreme protection stone, activates our lower three chakras and stimulates growth, sexuality, strength, creativity, passion, and protection. This powerful grounding stone works to bring thoughts and ideas into action for the sole purpose of personal growth.
Oh, that actually works. It's so like her energy too, because she wants you to bring your thoughts and ideas to life, helps you with personal growth. So yeah, this is like a definite one. So yeah, it's okay. So I always thought I was tripping with because I've never heard of Mahogany Jasper per se. I've heard like rumors of it and seen references online, but I never thought it was like a real thing. Because I mean, I'm thinking like, oh, all I know is like red jasper, yellow jasper. Hell, I don't even know if there's an orange jasper. If there's an orange jasper, that'd be so dope. Oh, and I forgot to put jade. So for the Persephone soap, is off the Persephone is like that goddess that's like she's the queen, like Beyonce, but better than Beyonce. She's that queen, like you know. And I decided to go with the lemon zest and like zest the outside of the not lemon zest, zesting the pomegranate, right? So that's what I decided to go with as the exfoliant. Now, of course, you can add like I believe I give y'all the option for the herbal exfoliation, and so you definitely can add an extra herbal exfoliation to your order with red roses and asphodel flowers. But with the asphodel flowers, you can choose. That's more of like an like if you want it, because I read that asphodel flowers are like deeply associated with her, but it's also with death. So now for Hades, let me go back to the Persephone soap because I wanted to say I wanted to use rose quartz, but she's not just a loving goddess in the sense of like helping you to become this confident person, right? So I decided to basically choose rose quartz and garnet. A lot of the darker gods they tend to like garnet. They feel that's what I vibe. That's the vibe I'm getting. Um, and then ruby fuchsite. So I think for a lot of these entities that I work with when it comes to these soaps, they give me like two or three different stones to work with because, for example, I may run out of, say, rose quartz for the Persephone soap, and I only have ruby fuchsite and garnets and stuff. So basically, it's like giving me several options. So you're not going to get all three, you're just going to get one, but it be what Persephone is, or the deity saying that, oh, she needs this, not the stone. Now for the Hades soap, this one I wanted it to be a little bit different because I was kind of noticing how a lot of the gods have similar herbal offering references. So I decided to go with wormwood and copal resin and copal and amber resin. But I want to try to see if I can get some black amber resin. That'd be kind of dope because they have black amber, like the black amber stones. But I don't know. I know copal is like used a lot for like it's very intoxicating. It smells really, really, really good. It's like I don't want to say intoxic. I want to say alluring. It's gonna be a really just can't get enough of it. I'm sorry. And it's like these soaps I'm so excited about. Um, Now for this one, I decided to that I got from what I got from Hades. He told me to use either black tourmaline, obsidian, or strangely enough, hematite, which I thought was interesting. So, and you already know about the Asclepius soap, though I haven't gotten. I feel like, oh, I just heard the word lephidolite. I'm going to go with that. Lephidolite. Oops. Oops. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Raven. I'm sorry. But, what was I saying? Okay, and then I wanted to go over the other ones because I know I haven't gotten over all of them. Now, for the Cernunnos patchouli resin, for the Cernunnos soap, it's patchouli resin with pine oil. And I figured instead of sandalwood powder, I think elderberry would be better. I'm making an executive decision and changing elderberry. And I haven't really there's this type of thing that they sell at the it's about rocks. It's called like this fairy stone, and I'm gonna be using those for this particular recipe here. Whereas Hera, I decided from what I got from her. There's frankincense and myrrh resin, patchouli resin with rose petals and jasmine flowers. Rose petal and jasmine petals, or I might just get the rose oil and jasmine oil. So it depends on what I have in stock. So basically, you may or may not get rose or jasmine flowers petals. You might get the oil because I may have run out of the flowers. Now, for the Aphrodite one, this one's just sea salt and rose petals, and that was kind of like the vibe I was getting. Now, obviously, I forgot to go, let me go back to the Hecate. I mean, not the Hecate, the Hera one. There's this one that's called Peacock Quartz. I think it's called. Let me double check. It's that basically that shimmery bluish green stone. Yeah, it's from Brazil. Yeah, it's called Peacock Quartz. Okay, I was making sure I wanted to reference it right. Now for the Aphrodite one, I'm just gonna use rose quartz for this one. That's just the vibe. I mean, she's a love deity. Love, that's a love stone, right? Now for the Poseidon one, so this has sea salt, dill. I'm gonna use dill seeds instead of dill. The I might use dried up dill, like the powdered dill, but um I want to use like dill seeds as well. Like, so I'm gonna have dill seeds, and you might find like dill herbs in it, right? The plant, and lavender flowers or oils. And for this one, I have to do a little bit of testing with this because I don't want to buy the ambergris and it be like super super pungent. So I want you to know that the Poseidon soap won't be ready yet. I still have to get the right amount of ambergris. I mean, it's ocean energy, so I want it to be 100% ocean. Ambergris is a really good way to incorporate that. Um, and I will be making a perfume out of this as well, like lavender oil with doe seeds and ambergris, and then it's gonna be a ocean kind of thing. Now, um, this is a soap that can be used to not soap, the perfume. It will be used to like attract a mate. So it's gonna be really interesting. It's a little ocean magic for you. Now for this one, the Zeus soap, I have to do a little bit of research on the Zeus soap. I want to like use oak wood, but basically as a fine powder. I was thinking like, to me, I imagine the soap being like I kind of see like grays and yellows, like for the dye for the soap, and I try to be as all natural as possible. Okay, so I am gonna add it's called a thunderstone, I believe. Let me double check on the name really quick, but there's like this stone. I, okay, there's too many God damn it. Too many Pokemon references. Thunder, Stone, Gemstone. I don't want to look. Okay. Thank God. Okay, so Thunderstones is and is used as an amulet for protection. Um, it derives from the Eastern belief that the object was found at a place where lightning has struck. It said it's believed to bring in good fortune, prosperity, progress to people, especially in livestock and agricultural. That rifle bullets would not hit the owners of Thunderstones. I need to find a good source for Thunderstones, and I'm not talking about Pokemon. Like I'm talking about like real Thunderstones. So that's what I have now. I am going to add sandalwood oil just to kind of give that nice little scent in. And that's pretty much it. But I want to do a little bit research because I want to make another Zeus soap, but more for Jupiter. Um, Now for the Apollo soap, it's sunflower petals, calendula petals with orange zest or orange blossom oil. Now for the Queen Titania soap, it's gonna have calendula, roses. I thought I should add orange zest in. I wanted it to be very sunny in spring and summer vibes, right? However, for this soap, it will have a sunstone or citrine. I'm letting you guys know what you can expect in these crystals. Now, for the Queen Mab soap, quickly. Let me just really do this really quick. Um, oops. So basically, for this particular soap, for Queen Map, I decided to go with African violet flowers and mistletoe. And I decided with hollies. You know, the holly berries. Now, I'm not gonna. That's more of like for the holly berries. It's more of like you'll see it just on the top of the soap. So you'll see like some berries of holly embedded in it. The mistletoe is gonna be mixed in it, and so is the African violet flowers. But you're not gonna see the holly in it. I think I want to just decorate it with holly. And holly is really good like to not only it's to protect you against magic, but it's also good for like Yule, Christmas. So Queen Mab is all about this fall and winter, and seeing as I kind of felt drawn to use it in a more Yule sense vibe. So that's why I chose holly berries and mistletoe. Now the African violet, it's because of the purple, and I feel like purple is a color that I just gravitated towards that. So she doesn't seem to be I don't think she really cares. I mean, she's kind of like, whatever. Now for this particular soap, I decided to go with Moonstone and Opal, like Opal stones, and then Opalite. So moonstones, opals, or opalite are the stones for this one. So, oh, and I almost forgot. So the basically the for the Apollo soap, I got like citrine, cornelian, orange carnelian, and it's what is it? Sunstone as well. So, oh, and I did forget to tell you about the one for Poseidon, huh? So the one for Poseidon is gonna have turquoise in it. Let me just spell it right. Yeah. So I think I went over everything correct. Just yeah. Do. Yeah, I think I went over everything that's recipes wise. Now I am making some more soap recipes for the Egyptian pantheon. Please know that all the Egyptian soaps are gonna have Egyptian musk in it. That's what they told me to put in it for all the soaps, but then they would guide me to like different, like raw will guide me to certain herbs that are for specifically associated with raw, and then over here it might be thoth and thoth or thoth, and he might guide me to some different herbs. So know that with these soaps, these are what's gonna be in those soaps for this current list. And excuse me. I wanted to go over the Hecate soap collection really quick. Where's and then Hecate. So there is the maiden soap, the mother soap, in the Chrome soap. Now, for the Hecate, though, for the one of the Hecate soaps is called Hecate. This Hecate soap is made with mugwort and lavender. Now, for the Hecate's inside, mandrake and yarrow are going to be used in this soap with with lavender oil. Now, for the maiden soap, I decided to go with red roses. For the mother soap, I decided to go. Oops. Actually, she's changing her mind on me. Okay. So I want you guys to know that all the maiden mother crown soap, they're gonna have the Storax, Storax resin in it. But for the maiden soap, it's gonna be red rose petals and willow. For the for the mother soap, it's gonna have birch in it. Now, for the last one, it's the crown soap, and that one's gonna have elderberries in it. Now, for all of the Hecate collection, amethyst, clear quartz, and obsidian are going to be for this collection. So you can definitely expect any of those for the collection. Now, for the new moon soap, it's gonna have activated charcoal and storax. And it's not really going to have any scent per se, I guess, except for the storax resin. But um, it's not really going to have. It's more of like you're starting fresh. So that's my what I wanted to kind of portray, right? Now with the full moon soap, however, it's going to have red rose petals, a chamomile, and I wanted to basically the idea was and lavender flowers. So for the full moon soap, it's gonna look white, right? But it's like the flowers kind of give it the sense of like celebration because it's coming into full bloom. You know, new moon to full moon, it's coming into full bloom. So the idea was the full bloom celebration, right? So that's the idea for this soap. Now, of course, chamomile and lavender are lunar herbs, and they tend. That's what the vibe from it. So I think I went over Hecate's Insight soap and the soaps for the waning section. For the waning of the moon, those are going to have more of the storax and I haven't really settled on anything from Hecate per se. She hasn't really gotten back to me on the phases of the moon for the waning crescents, the gibbous moon, the waxing crescents, and the waning gibbous. Waxing crescent and waning, waxing crescents and waxing gibbous and waning crescents and waning gibbous. I think is how it goes. I gotta. Anyway, point is, I have not gotten anything per se. The gibbous one, I can definitely tell you, is for the waxing gibbous. It's going to be a lot like the full moon, but there's going to be like, I'm going to focus more so on you successfully manifesting. So you might find, let me do research. I'll get back to you guys on it. Okay. And I think, oh, and then I also wanted to go over the Akiko soap for the Akiko, for those that work with Akiko. I decided to go with tobacco because tobacco is like one of, he smokes. And I decided to go with, uh, like glittery, I wanted to use copper flakes, but basically I'm not going to use it while cooking, melting the soap base. Basically, you'll see that on the top of the soap. So basically, there's going to be like a soap slab, right? And I pour the soap base in with the tobacco, right? And while it's sort of semi dry, I put in the flakes of the copper. You see what I'm saying? So it'll settle down in, but gently and evenly. And so you'll have that glitter, that glitter Venus. So you could work with Akiko in the shower, not literally, like, he probably doesn't want to be seeing all your business, but like, you could use the stuff to commune with Akiko, but like, I want to manifest this. I need this amount of money, so it's like, that's the idea for that one. Now for the, just make sure your drainage is, it doesn't clog up your drain. Um, where was that going to say? Oh, the Arisha soaps. I still have for the general Arisha soap. It's gonna have tobacco, and I decided that I would use Arisha oil from Mama Eve's. Now, for the Akiko soap, I want to definitely confirm. I'm going to be using Akiko oil as well. And 7 African Power oil. With African flowers, African violet flowers. So that's in there. Now, for the um, fast money fast money soap, what did I say that was going to be in there? I say I have all the oils. I just don't. I'm just okay. Success in business. 3 times success in money. I know it's a hard one. Where did it go? Oh, I saw it. Nope. Should have. Okay. Okay, so I guess the only ones I have are the 3 times. But the fast money soap, it's gonna be 3 times success soap. I mean success and money oil with the success in business oil. And for this one, it's gonna have cinnamon oil. Even just touching the outside of these things, I can smell the oils, and they smell so damn good. And this particular soap it's supposed to have coffee grounds in it, but like I said, you can add like change the coffee grounds, and it's gonna have Irish moss as well, which is good for money. And for this particular soap, the crystals are going to be pyrite, and lodestone. But you won't get you'll get either a pyrite or a lodestone. You're not getting like the whole like two in one thing. That's for the fast money soap. Now, I am in the process of developing a money attracting client soap. Okay. So, I do know that I want to use for the attracting client soap is lodestone, but um, I haven't decided on any herbs yet. But I'll let you guys know when I figured out a good recipe for that. Um, I do have like what I want to use, but I want to make sure like I can tell you what I have so far for the attract client soap is I decided to go with honey, and I do want to use lodestone in it. But I decided to use honey because honey is all about attraction and coffee grounds. Coffee grounds for soap to amplify my intention. But I'm not really sure. Like I need to look up some herbs that deal with attracting people. I'm thinking like, but I anyway. For the true love for the true love soap, it's gonna have Adam and Eve root in it. Like what you'll find is basically you have the soap, but you'll see how the Adam and Eve root will be kind of indented into it. So it's not gonna be in the soap. It's gonna be like yes, it's gonna cook in the soap base, right? But what I'm gonna do is I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't want to. If I grind the root, I don't know, because I want to. I want it to cook in the soap, right? Now this particular soap, yes, I am using Adam and Eve, but this is not for straight people too. It's for it's whoever you're trying to find love, whether it be a guy or a woman. This is like a general true love soap. So basically, I'm using Adam and Eve root because you may want to find true love with a guy or a woman. So basically, it doesn't matter. Now, I can, for those of you that want specific true love, like to find a gay man, a woman, you know, that's more of where you go to it's a section where it goes. I have a section on a product on my website where it's customize your soap. And or you could just call me and you could get like a customized soap for me. Like you could just be like, hey, I just want you to customize the soap, whatever the spirit be telling you. You know what I'm saying about this, and this. I'm like, okay, got you, right? Now for those kind of soaps, I will charge $25 for. But for the True Love soap, it's gonna have Adam and Eve. I just saw it. True Love oil, and it's gonna have rose quartz and uh what's that herb I'm thinking of? I know it's off the top of my head. Mm. Mm. So I want you guys to know that for the True Love soap, so sometimes what I do is I use fruit juices, okay, in my soaps for dyes only, okay. So for the dye for this soap, because I really didn't want to use rose petals, and I had to really think about this, as you can see, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a juice out of pomegranates, cherries, and strawberries. And I'm going to use those juices to, not a whole lot of juice. You don't want to dilute the soap base. But I'm going to use just enough to dye the batch. So the dye is going to be juices. Okay. So, thank you for the angel emojis and roses, hearts. I see there's a flower. Is that a bouquet of flowers? Or is that ice cream? I can't tell. Is that ice cream emoji? Oh, I don't know what the other emoji is, but that looks like all good food. And I'm seeing hearts, and I don't know what those other two emojis. But okay. Um, so that's the True Love soap. Now for this one, per se, like I said, I decided rose quartz. I haven't thought of anything else. No. Oh, the Victory soap. Just so you guys know what's in the Victory soap is just Hydron the Conqueror root, oil, and what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna grind in Hydron the Conqueror and Gal, which is supposed to be Low John. Now, what did I say? I know I talked about Victory soaps, uh, marriage soap. No, I haven't talked about the marriage soap. I talked about Kiko. 5 elements. Oh, the protection soap. Let me just go with the protection soap. It's gonna have protection oil. Again, witchcraft oil against my enemies. Oil. Now, for this protection soap, what I want you to imagine when you use this soap, it's gonna create a bubble, a white bubble. That's the best phrase I got for it. It's like a bubble of protection, and it will bounce off anything that anyone says to you. It'll go like boom, like it'll kind of hit the balloon, go like boom, and bounce, return to sender kind of vibe, you know. So it's gonna return the energy to sender, and um, so I really love this soap. I cannot wait to make this soap. I'm super excited about this soap in particular because it's gonna basically protect you and reflect back any bullshit that's coming your way, you know, like that people try to send. It's really awesome, and I'm really excited for this soap. Now, for this particular soap, I am going to use sea salt as my preferred exfoliant, but people might ask for like something different with the sea salt, and I'm going to also add in a purification property of hyssop. The reason being is because I want what I want you to have is, say, if you're protected, right, but you're still energetically unclean, the energy that makes you unclean is going to eat the inside of the bubble that's protecting you. So I want to cleanse you, but also protect you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And it's going to have some sage oil in it, unless you prefer the ground up sage. Um, now, did I say I said protection oil? Now for the seven chakra soap. Now these are all things that will be available in January. You can order them now. I want you can go to my website and order it now, and I'm gonna put a notice on my front page that I'll just put up something on my page saying new arrivals in January. Order now. Um, it like some sort of promotional thing, because I want you to know that these soaps aren't available just yet. They will be available starting in January. Okay, it'll be in January. Uh, so I want you guys to know that they're not available yet, but you can basically pre-order. Is basically the term I think I'm looking for. Pre-order. So for the seven chakra soap, it's gonna have seven chakra oil and high vibrations oil with blockbuster oil. And for this particular one, is there's gonna be like a nice soap slab, right? Now for the soap slab, imagine me pouring in the soap base, adding my oils, um, and you're gonna see it's kind of look and it's gonna imagine it being rainbowy. So basically, this for this whole slab, I'm gonna add little dyes, um, that I know are good for plants that are good for dyeing herbs. Like hibiscus is good. I might do red cherry, um, turmeric because it's orange. Things like that. So basically, it's gonna have those. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, I am going to be buying the dyes from a seller on Etsy. Um, just until I can figure out my own dye recipes, because I want you to have all natural dyes, like from plants. And because I don't have that knowledge, all the knowledge yet, I will be will be putting it in the letter, like I said, because it'll come with a little nice little wax sealed letter, and you just open the thing, and it'll show your list of your what's in it, what oils, what dyes. Okay, so like you will definitely be informed of what's in the soap. Okay, so I will just warn you that for the time being, until because I want to do a lot of research, I want to make sure that when it comes down to you using the soap, I don't want you to have any physical problems, health problems with this soap. Okay, you understand me? So I really am all about it's for the people. I want to make sure this soap is going to help you and not hurt you. So, but think of like it's gonna look really rainbowy. So I'm gonna add all the little dyes, and it's gonna It's gonna use like little. It's gonna be so fun to play with the dyes. And it's gonna look kind of rainbowy. It's gonna look. It's gonna swirl. So it's gonna like basically. I'm gonna put them in the thing, and it's gonna like swirl them in. It's gonna look so good. Just trust me. It's gonna look so fun, and it's gonna look so rainbowy, and basically that's so I can add in the different colors. So the 7 chakra soap, the rainbow soap. Now I'm gonna use the same design in my head for like the gay marriage soap. So if you guys do want particularly gay marriage soaps, for the gay marriage soap, it's gonna have just Adam and Adam roots in him, like zest, and it will have some true love and some marriage oil. And I forgot to make this note of this. With the true love soap, there's gonna be marriage oil as well. Um, so I forgot to add that to let y'all know. Now for the gay marriage soap, now I soap it's gonna have Adam and Adam root with High John the Conqueror root oil. It's a struggle. Right now, for a lot of us, it's hard to find that man, right? The one. And so with this soap, I wanted to add the extra oomph of being victorious, that you are definitely going to get the man of your dreams, in a sense. So I've decided for the I don't want to say gay marriage. Yeah, for this one's gay marriage, I could do an LGBTQ soap, but which I think I will for like general. Oh no! Oh god, there's so many ideas in my head that's like, oh. Um, let's just say the gay marriage soap for now. Now this is like lesbian marriage, and I think what I'll do is it'll look a little bit different on with John the Conqueror root oil. Okay, so for these two, now what I am thinking about doing is making an LGBTQ collection. That's what I'm gonna do for my, because I am LGBTQ friendly. I am gay, and I think what I'll do is I'll add an LGBTQ section. For the LGBTQ section, it'll include the gay marriage soaps, the lesbian marriage soap, confident in your sexuality, right? So, like, there might be like a confident in your sexual, be like sexuality or sexual presence soap. So, and I already got ideas. So trust me, with the confident in your sexuality soap, what I'm thinking of doing is using carnelian and rose quartz in um whilst working with I'm gonna see if Mama Eve might have something like that for like confidence. I'm gonna ask Mama Eve if she can make me a specialty oil because I don't know anything. She might be able to put something together. But with the confident in your sexuality soap, I think I need to incorporate. Where did it go? It's called Milk of the Beloved Mother. So that's an oil that I'm gonna use so you could have that loving energy to kind of propel you. Now, I want to go back to the Adam and the gay marriage and lesbian marriage soap. The gay marriage soap is going to have Adam and Adam root with Hydra the Conqueror, whilst the lesbian marriage soap is going to have the Eve and Eve root, and it's going to have the marriage and true love oil. But for these ones, I'm thinking rose quartz and lepidolite. Rose quartz and the same thing goes for this one for the confidence. Lepidolite is nurturing. So basically, my vibe for these soaps, for the marriage soaps, is I want you to have that confidence that you are definitely gonna find that man or woman of your choice, right? Whereas the lepidolite, it's very nurturing, grandmother style, right? So I wanted to bring that nurturing, your desire, what you're wanting to manifest, your nurturing, and it will help nurture that into a strong tree or like whatever it is you want to symbolize, you know? So that's the idea for that soap. Whereas and I know there was something else I was supposed to talk about. True love. I say, the road opener soap, however, will have road opener oil. For this one, there's going to be a actual key charm in your soap. Um, it'll be like not in as in the soap, more like basically it's gonna be pushed on top. Like so basically, um, for the soap, you'll see it'll be at the bottom of the soap dish, and you'll see it. You'll see it, trust me. There's gonna be a little key charm in it because I want you to have that energy of you can then wear that key and know that you're gonna open that road. And what I decided for this road opener, and yes, the road opener does smell nice, but I was thinking of adding either coffee grounds or cloves to it. Just because, okay. Now, for last but not least, I think I did the banishing, right? No, I didn't do the banishing. Soap. So for the banishing, I'm gonna call it. It's called a banishing soap, but technically it's supposed to cleanse and banish your energy, right? Your negative energy. So it's gonna have black pepper and sea salt, a given. Those are the spices, right? Whereas it'll have some dill seeds as well. And I think I have a banishing oil. I think I ordered one from her. If not, I will have to order one from her. I'm gonna have a banishing oil as well for it. And for this particular soap, it's gonna be straight up smoky quartz. So that's pretty much all the soaps that I can think of that I needed to go over for now. But I do hope that these were very informative. Oh, I did, before I let you guys go, I need to talk about the seven chakra soap because I forgot to tell you the what the seven chakra soap will have. Now, for the seven chakra soap, the vibe is I want you to be able with the blockbuster to remove the blockages from your chakra system. But then while it's being removing that, you're getting a high vibrational energy to elevate your chakra system. Does that make sense? And then of course with the seven chakra oil. Now, I almost forgot. I needed to tell you guys that there's going to be Nag Champa oil in this. Now, you can choose to substitute this with something else. Okay. Um, but with the seven chakra soap, you are going to get a seven chakra crystal. Crystals.
Oh, that's right.
So the crystal soap, the seven, you'll have like seven crystals within the seven chakra soap, and that's the only one that will have a seven chakra crystals in them. That's the only one. All the other ones you're going to get one or the other. But I will say, because I think it's fair, I think it would be fair to have all seven. It wouldn't be fair of me to just give you one, and that would what would be the point of giving you one crystal for one chakra. You see what I'm saying? I would not feel comfortable if I just gave you just one crystal for one chakra. I would, want to. I personally would feel more comfortable giving you seven crystals for the seven chakras, and that's it. You know. So I think that pretty much covers everything that I can think of. Of On the website, you'll of course get you get to choose your soap base, your herb exfoliation, your herbs, and um, I need to make a section for the oils. But it's like I don't want you to think that with these soaps, they are going to be priced at $10 from now, for now. But until if I get, but it will. My preferred price is $25 due to the amount of herbs, the spices, the crystals, the oils, the resins. But I am putting them at $10, which is putting it very generously speaking. So, um, please do take advantage of my generosity in this case because you're getting soap that would not only help you physically but help you energetically. And it's at a really cheap and reasonable price of $10. As much as I would love to charge $25 for some of these soaps, I'm not. I'm going to keep it at 10. And maybe a few years down the line I will. But for now, it's going to be 10. So take advantage of that, and I would definitely encourage it. If this was someone else's soap, I would encourage it. Um, as you can see, I put like a lot of thought and time and effort into making and researching and making the best soap possible for you guys. I don't have to jump this many hoops and ladders. I really don't. Like, I could just throw in a bunch of stuff and then throw in some nice smelling oils and voila. But that's just not me. With my soaps, there's gonna be that energy of like goodness, if you will, the energy of helping you change and evolve, and you know. So anyway, I also want a friendly reminder. I do have a GoFundMe page. That I'm trying to raise funds to build a metaphysical store on my property in Highland, Arkansas at 81 Sundown Drive. So if you guys are wanting to donate to my GoFundMe, there's a link on my YouTube channel. And if you're wanting to head to my store, it's thecreatorfrequency.com, and you can definitely check out the prices and the products and all good stuff. However, with that being said, I think I've pretty much gotten everything. Okay, kisses, mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses, hugs, and love to all you beautiful, amazing souls. Magical blessings. Until next time.